Good morning, this is Kavi Priya, Assistant Professor, EC Department. I am going to discuss about the topic Chief Election Commissioner. What is the role of a Chief Election Commissioner and what are all the functions of a Chief Election Commissioner and what are all the duties that is being performed by the Chief Election Commissioner. First, who is the Chief Election Commissioner? Chief Election Commissioner heads over the Election Commission of India. A Chief Election Commissioner is generally from the civil services background. A person from the Indian Administrative Service is given the priority. The primary duties of Election Commission of India include the conduct of free and fair elections in the nation is taken care by the Chief Election Commissioner. Most of the polls in the country, be it for position of a president, vice president or national or state legislators, are under the direct control of a State Election Commission of India, which is taken care by the Chief Election Commissioner. What are all the duties of a Chief Election Commissioner? The Chief Election Commissioner should ensure no discrimination or biases towards anyone while on the election duty. He should ensure that elections are held under complete transparency and nothing is hidden from the people. The citizens of India who are the backbone behind the Indian elections. So nothing has to be hidden from those peoples at any cost. The Chief Election Commissioner should make sure that no manipulation or partnership during the conduction of election at his election duty. The Chief Election Commissioner has to present a list of all eligible voters. They should supervise the nomination of candidate for being a part of elections or a political party, and monitoring an election campaign and keeping a check on the misbehavior or false practices are taken up, if any, while on election duty is done by the Chief Election Commissioner. He helps the media in covering the elections and the process that takes place in the election thoroughly. He is one who keeps the eye on the counting of votes also. He also organizes the polling booth for conduct of elections and reach the polling booth for election duty. Next is the declaration of results of election is done by the Chief Election Commissioner. The actual results with the count is given by the Chief Election Commissioner at the end. And next, the Chief Election Commissioner ensures that all Election Commission rules are followed while conducting the election. He is one responsible for the smooth conduct of election throughout the India. And next is the powers of Chief Election Commissioners of India. A Chief Election Commissioner of India leads the Election Commission, a body that is responsible for the conduct of free and fair elections throughout the country. He needs to ensure that all Election Commission rules have to be followed while conducting the elections. The primary duties of Chief Election Commissioner of India are: he is one, determines the territories of electoral constituencies based on the Delimitation Commission Act of the Parliament. He prepares and revises electoral rolls and manages the registration of all eligible voters. He notifies the date and schedule of election and keeping an eye on the process during the election duty. He is one who grants a recognition to the different political parties and assigning the election symbols to them. Appointment of officers for the control of disputes regarding the arrangement of election is done by the Chief Election Commissioner of India. Determination of a code of conduct that all political parties and their candidates must follow is fixed by the Chief Election Commissioner of India. Preparation of programs to help to publicize the policies of all political parties during the election on social media and television is done by him. Advising the President about the disqualification of MPs and MLAs are done by the Chief Election Commissioner. Requesting the Governor or President for appointing a staff required for conducting election is carried forward by the Chief Election Commissioner of India. And what is the importance of Election Commission and Chief Election Commissioner? The conduct of national and state election is done under the guidance and monitoring of an election commission. The Chief Election Commissioner is one who ensures that all the political parties function during the following discipline. If parties fail to maintain the inner party democracy, it can be de-recognized by the Chief Election Commissioner. A chief election commissioner keep an eye on the conduct of fair, transparent, credible, autonomous elections while maintaining a professionalism in the elections. The Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commission describe the procedure of voting on the polling day. All political parties and stakeholders in the process of election are taken care by the Chief Election Commissioner. So that's all about the Chief Election Commissioner. Who is a Chief Election Commissioner? Who can be appointed as a Chief Election Commissioner? And what is the duties of a Chief Election Commissioner in managing a in conducting a peaceful election? And what are all the powers that has been withheld by the Chief Election Commissioner of India? And we have seen what is the importance of election commission and what is the importance of a chief election commissioner in conducting a smooth and transparent and fair elections, autonomous elections throughout the country, and what is his role in conducting such elections. Thank you.